What's up, YouTube? Obtuse Angle here. I'm just showing you these figures, right? I bought this. This is the Marvel's like Venom, right? But it's bootleg. I didn't know it was bootleg when I purchased it, right? I paid like 28 bucks, which kind of sucks. I have nothing wrong with bootlegs, to be honest with you. If there's a shortage of the product, get the bootlegs. It doesn't offend me. It shouldn't offend you. These companies have ample supply of these things. You shouldn't pay like 80 bucks for a freaking select figure, you know what I mean? That's my position. Maybe yours vary. That's your decision. But like I said, I didn't know it was a bootleg to begin with. Now the reason I'm showing you, because it's a pretty poor bootleg, is like it has all the articulation points, right? But something was wrong with it, right? But first, the plastic is different than the regular figure. Two, just to continue, I replaced the head with a Mr. Anderson or Mr. Candy head from like a older Jax WWE figure or TNF or whatever it is. I'm not sure. I find he looks like Eddie Brock. I just wish he had like a screaming face. The one time where Jax should do a figure with a screaming face, they don't. I need the screaming face. For Venom. Now, like I said, this is the bootleg. It's very, very poorly done. The one thing I was surprised that they did really well was they gave it a good app crunch. I didn't custom app crunch or anything like that. It crunches back really far and crunches forward really far. The select figure barely crunches at all. So what the company pushed to the bootleg did is they bring the peg down a little lower and glued it there. What happens is select tends to glue the ball peg too high up. That's why the crunch is limited. It's easy custom out if you ever guys want to do it. Easy custom. Now, the problem with the figure happens. I hope the camera picks it up. Right here, the thigh cuts. Where the thigh cuts are, I couldn't figure it out. Right, it looks a lot better than on camera right now. I've done some slight adjustments, like put some epoxy in there. Now it's a big gap there. I don't know if the camera picks it up. It's a big gap, right? But what I did, besides putting epoxy, which is like that's all I could think of doing. Well, the reason there's such a big gap, the big gaps are like here and here, so the inside of the cut by the thighs. The reason is when they cut the joint, they cut it kind of slanted and crooked, so there's always a gap there, which is terrible, and it's a bootleg. I didn't know it was a bootleg at the time, and I just went through and customized it. And I just don't want my money back. I was just like, it's here. I intend to customize it anyway. But anyway, for those who want to buy a bootleg of the Venom, like you shouldn't. It's poorly done. The paints are poorly done. Whatever needs to be glued on is poorly done. I mean, it's sloppy. I would not recommend the bootleg. I'm just showing you guys this to show you the issues with the bootleg if you guys ever decide to get the bootleg. But like I said, I bought because I customize it. It comes with all the accessories, the bootlegs, but like I don't have the pieces on because I tossed it somewhere, to be honest with you. But yeah, just guys be wary of this like bootleg. If it says China, don't buy. Alright guys, so if you guys want it, I'm sorry, don't get it. Now, the reason I'm showing you this, right, also, is that this guy, this legs here, from the double knee joint down, this is the anti-Venom legs, right? Now, it used to be in the bootleg select Venom, right? But because Hasbro's plastic is so cheap, right, what happened was the legs kept bending, right? I couldn't understand why until I switched the legs. This to the left, what I just showed you guys, is the Scorpion Venom, right? And to the right is the Select Venom. So, and I took the anti-Venom legs from Hasbro, and originally I put it on the Marvel Select Venom, and the legs kept it kept falling down. Because the legs, it can stay straight simply because the plastic's so cheap. The plastic can support the weight. Now I simply switched the Scorpion legs to this, and now it stands perfectly. No issues, none. It doesn't fall over or anything like that. The only downside is there's no ankle pivot. So, and this is the Hasbro legs. It's not strong enough to support this body, but it's just sad. It's sad that that's what Hasbro's did. Make customizing so difficult. It's like they've cheapened the plastic so much, and I will always say it, man. They did a horrible job with action figures. I'm not going to lie about it. People hate when you criticize something that they love. Like I teach, like I said, right? And if you criticize a child with a Apple iPad or say anything about Apple, they'll like cry, man. It's unbelievable. What the hell, man? The corporation, these guys don't care about you guys. They just care about your money. I hate to bring that into action figures, but Jesus, get a hold of yourselves. I've seen other reviewers criticize certain products, and the messages that they get left, oh my gosh, these people, like, whoever, I don't know if they're kids or even adults, they're angry with the reviewer. The reviewer is being honest. You should always be thankful somebody's being honest. Like, I was a big fan of IGN, right? They do these video games, right? They used to be a video game company. I'm sorry, review video games, but then they expanded because the video game industry, let's be honest, has gotten really small now. Despite it makes decent change, it's gotten really small in terms of like the number of people who make games. It's gotten smaller, although you can slightly fudge it by saying, well, there are a lot of independent game makers out there. But I'm talking about like these big companies, sorry. So like IGN, they constantly give like EA products high scores because they have partnerships with EA. That's why every year it's the greatest man ever. Last year wasn't the greatest, but this year's the greatest. Every single year you can like stamp it. I remember back in like early 2000s, right? They released like Raw 1, which is one of the worst games ever released, right? I mean, absolutely worst. And then Raw 2 is coming out, right? IGN was the only company that gave Raw 1 a high score, right? Raw 2 came out. Everybody, I mean, other reviewers were talking about how horrible it is, terrible it is. IGN was, not only did they give it a good score, they actually give it a better score than Raw 1. And this game was so broken, man. I think it's one of their, it's for the Xbox, yeah, Raw, WWE Raw, something along those lines, so WWF Raw, whatever it was. But, yeah, it just shows, like, I'm much rather somebody be honest with me. If I buy a bad product, tell me I bought a bad product, my feelings won't be hurt. I'm too old for this nonsense, I don't care. Like, if a company shafts me, tell me to shaft me, you know what I mean? Hasbro has been shafting you guys, okay? Anyway, guys, sorry we're rambling on once again. Don't buy this like Venom if it's bootleg, because it's just terrible figure. It's terrible. I mean, try to get the real thing if possible. Okay, guys. So take care. Peace. I'm out here and hope you guys like the custom so far. This is some work I have to do. I really want a different face. If you guys want to see the face, I kind of like just painted black paint on Eddie Brock's, quote unquote, sorry, Mr. Anderson's face to make it look like the symbiote's coming on the face. I'm thinking of sculpting it on, but I'm not sure. I just like the paint. The paint looks like more of like it's laying flat on you. You know what I mean? Like, imagine a symbiote on you. It's like oil, But oil won't really have that much depth. It will just be kind of like flat. It's flat, So that's what I envision this as. So most likely I'll keep the paint job and make some few more modifications. But again, the bootleg has a great ab crunch, just those lower legs, it's cut so badly. Alright guys, take care, peace, I'm out.